Football Banter X is back. So today we're doing something different. We have three Arsenal fans, me included. We have Rajveer, our regular, and we have with us Gunnar Modi, who's also on YouTube and he makes short clips and all. So we're going to discuss Arsenal's season since it's the international break. So we just decided to have a small discussion on the three matches that have occurred, the transfer window, obviously, and what are we looking forward to looking at these three matches. So since Jay, you're new here, I think you can start. Let's just start with the transfer window. So what do you think of the transfer window? I know you've done a video about it, short
Yeah,
one. I think we'll post it. We'll post the link with this.
sure, sure.
But you can obviously tell us about it again.
I think, as far as my knowledge is concerned, the transfer window has been prime Croenca again. I think this is the same cycle I think we are falling into again, that where
Yeah,
as we have achieved top four again, so Croencas are reluctant to. Now, I don't know the inside story. Is it because that we did not get the player we want? But I think we had the whole window. We were constantly linked with an Osimhen or Gyökeres or probably Vlahovic as a point as well, but we managed to not get any striker and trusting
yeah.
Havertz for the season. See, I don't have a problem having Havertz and Jesus up front, but Jesus needs to play, and Jesus doesn't play anymore. And after his knee injury, I think he has never been the same.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
yeah, I
agree.
don't think I think he's a good with creation. I think he's very good with passing and everything, but I don't think he's good with the shooting. And none of the striker, neither Havertz or Havertz has been good up front rather than being in the midfield, but still not up front if we compare him to a player like Haaland, or we compare him to even a player like uh, which one is the striker of even Jackson is outperforming Havertz in certain point of time of Chelsea. So, and when it comes to Sterling, yes, okay, we have won in terms of the fact that majority of the wages are being paid by Chelsea. They are paying around what
Yeah,
I
it's
have
a
I
low risk move for us. So
exactly.
yeah,
And I just saw the recent video of the Arsenal post the Sterling Campbell video and everything as
yeah,
well
yeah.
of the practice, and I've seen him practicing the right wing. So I think he's coming on handy for. I think he's prepared. Like Arteta is preparing him for the right wing more than the left wing. But I still feel that we should have gotten a striker. I think striker is someone we definitely needed than a winger. So for me, the window was quite disappointing. That's why six I am saying, because we managed to get Sterling, and every time we make a fool out of ourselves when it comes to losing a player. So this time Chelsea has done it. So that is why I'm giving 1 point extra. But apart from that, the window was shambolic, if I can say.
Rajveer, I think, do you think Arteta is afraid to spend that much money for a striker, thinking कि वो flop हो गया तो सब बोलेंगे? क्योंकि पता है Pep took a big risk getting Haaland. Haaland was still young at Dortmund. He had a great goal scoring, but like he could have easily failed in the Premier League. But he
Yeah.
came in, he broke all the records first season में, second season थोड़ा ठंडा था, very थोड़ा सा poor season. I guess KDB was missing for that patch, and even he was injured for a while. But I think this season he's again hit it ground running and लग रहा है कि फिर से सब records वापस से तोड़ेगा. So I don't know why Arteta is not spending money on forwards. Like we've discussed, I think he spent only 60, 70 million on forwards,
Yep.
even I think even less than that.
Yeah. So if you don't count Havertz, it's basically 65 million,
Huh.
which is quite less, I feel. So the thing I feel is that we were in the market for a forward because we were linked with Sesko quite early in the window.
Yeah.
But Sesko decided to stay. I think uske baad Osimhen or Gyökeres ka thoughts hai. But Gyökeres was, so there were mixed rumors that Gyökeres actually wanted to stay one more season in Portugal. He wasn't ready for a move.
Okay.
So he in fact said that I'll wait for the next transfer window. So maybe he underwent
Uh,
a surgery.
this could be a reason that probably he's looking for a bigger move than Arsenal. That could be, I
Maybe.
think, maybe he's looking for someone,
Might
something
be.
like Real Madrid or something, someone to come in for him, probably. Because I think Real Madrid don't have a striker. Mbappe, Vinicius, basically, they both occupy the left space. So, and I was watching few Real Madrid like matches. They both do go. Probably, I don't know. Probably he's looking for a bigger move. If we end
Yeah.
up doing something
And this
special,
window,
probably we are
yeah,
the
and
big
this
club.
window hasn't been that 100 million wala market.
Yeah.
Nobody has moved for that big amount.
Yeah, actually, except for like yes, there was no transfer fee attached to Mbappe, but that's the biggest move that happened this
Yeah.
window. And I think uske wages are still not clear, but I am sure it's upwards of 700, 800K each, not less than that.
And the other thing was that if you watch closely, last year we spent 100 million on Rice. I think we
Yeah,
spent around 200 million. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
We
know, मैंने
spent 200
Twitter पे
million. Yeah.
कहीं पढ़ा था that this window we had to skip so
Hmm.
that our financial books are balanced by the next window, which is in January.
But bro,
So,
I balance करना था. We spent 50 million on Califuel. I think we could have skipped that and saved that money up for someone like Sesko, Gyökeres or someone like that. कुछ कर सकते थे. I have a
बट वो
feeling instead.
अभी तो आने नहीं वाले थे सीके.
Mhm.
ग्योकेरेस नहीं आना चाहता था, सेस्को नहीं आना था, और
Tesco भी नहीं आना
कैलिफ्योरी
चाहता.
वाज लाइक एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. ही वाज राइजिंग
Mm.
and he was making big headlines in Italy.
Yeah, he had a
Like
good Euros
everybody,
as well.
even
Yeah,
yeah, everybody in Italy were also like, why are you going to Italy? Why are you going to England?
yeah,
You
yeah.
should stay in Italy. So I think Arteta saw that this is the player, can help us in the future. Or अपना left hasn't been very good at all.
Yeah,
Right पे Ben White is
Abhi
solid.
bhi with the first three matches, it's been very pathetic. Even with
It's
Trossard
been
coming in, last match, mein, we hardly had anything going from the left.
Yeah. So basically, the thing is, he's trying out. Califury can work. Also, we don't have a very good left-footed centre half. Like if Gabriel gets injured, it's Kivior, and Arteta is crazy about left-footed centre halves.
Yeah,
So he had to get a player who can play as a left back and as a left centre back in case Gabriel gets injured. Last year, if you remember, when we played in the Champions League, एक week Saliba खेलता था, एक week
yeah.
Gabriel खेलता था.
Yeah.
Both wouldn't play together.
Mm.
So right now we've got a chance that we can bench both of these players. And लेफ्ट साइड हमेशा वीक रहा है. पीपल हैव टारगेटेड द लेफ्ट साइड, इधर
Yeah,
इट्स
yeah.
जिंचेंको, इधर इट्स टोमियासू. सो
Even
वी हैड
Kivior
टू
के
गेट
साथ
इन
भी, yeah,
किवियो के साथ भी. सो वी नेवर
yeah.
फेल्ट कॉन्फिडेंट व्हेन वी लुक्ड एट द लेफ्ट
I
बैक
remember
पोजीशन.
Bayern ke सामने, like Kivior had a great,
Kivior, yes.
One mistake and
yeah,
that got us the
yeah.
world.
Kivior had very good matches Premier League mein, and then that Bayern wale match mein, Kivior was completely exposed on the left side. I
Yep.
think कौन था, was it
Sane
Sane?
right through. Sane right through.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sane, who was I think not in top form, and even Coman, they both were not in top form, but हमारे सामने suddenly पता नहीं क्या हो गया वो दोनों को.
Sane literally went past our entire defense.
हाँ वही,
और
so
कट थ्रू बॉल डाल दिया इसके लिए. Who scored?
That to Benjamin White, I think,
Goretzka?
saved us in that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah, Benji White saved us in that. I think
yeah,
Benjamin White
Yeah.
came and he just blocked it. When
yeah,
Sane left, he was on the left side. He went completely in, and Benjamin White came and he
bro,
just blocked in center.
we were lucky.
So
We had
so
couple of
Varun,
balls that hit the bar that match, so we were
so
like pretty
basically
good.
coming
Yeah.
back to the point that left back was actually, if you say okay, it's not important, for me it's one of the most important position.
But
Left
I
back,
think
left
it
center
was
mid
more.
also
I think the striker was much more important than the
important.
yeah, yeah.
But see, if you're talking about Howard's not scoring, if you look at the stats of Howard since he's been playing at center striker, he's been scoring great goals. Even in the last game, if you see that finish,
I am public about it. I like him as a centre forward. I do
yeah.
not
So
like
if
him
he
in
gets
the
one or
midfield
two goals,
position.
see, but what's the difference was he got that first chance, he took it, but he got the second chance, he couldn't take that. If we,
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
in the
well,
exact match,
that's the thing with Havertz is that he has really good movement, and the way that he got in front of, I think Veltman tha,
yeah, great touch.
yeah,
No,
great touch.
that
Great
was
touch.
Who was there? He
I
dunk
forgot
नहीं
that
था,
now.
dunk नहीं था.
Dutch name था कोई.
So he got in front
Ran.
of him for the second जो उसका attempt था for that. He could have actually won us that game. But वही है ना कि and I think Haaland had a similar situation where he scored that goal for. So there's the difference between a Haaland
that
and a
that is what
Havertz.
I'm trying to tell you, that it's very good with his movement, like in between the lines and
Yeah,
finding spaces and everything is brilliant. But when it comes to finishing it, knowing which corner to put the ball in,
yeah, yeah,
I think that's where people like Howard's,
Yeah.
Jesus are. That's where I think out of everyone in the whole Arsenal squad, when I'm talking about attackers, I think number one is Trossard.
yeah,
He
finishing
bloody
it.
knows where to put the ball.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
Yep.
exactly knows where to put the ball. Havertz is still very like he's like he's very much like Vinicius Junior. He goes very close to the keeper and then he tries to push it. But the difference between
Yeah.
Vinicius and him, Vinicius finds the spaces in the gaps and between the
yeah,
arms
yeah.
and the legs probably. But Havertz fails to find that, and this has happened multiple times. Like multiple
I think
chances he has missed.
except for Trossard, we do not have any player who can smash the ball.
Exactly.
No one
Exactly.
even Saka tries to Saka last season thoda bahut kiya tha, but usually Saka is ground pe like it's a grounded shot ही होता है on that left corner.
Did you guys notice one thing that Saka has been like in the last three matches also of Premier League? Apart from that, in the ये pre matches जो हुए थे हमारे pre season में, तो उसमें भी Saka has been trying lot of headers. The Saka is now getting a lot
Yeah.
of header attempts. Then apart from that, if you see last season, I think he was getting a lot of cutbacks inside only.
Yeah.
But he was not getting any header attempts. But this year he's getting a lot of header attempts this year. So I think he's being prepared. I think he's because growing and he's still there is score of growth happening in his body as well. I think he's trying a lot.
I think
And
Danish
he's
is there,
also
so
going on the
I'm just
outside.
gonna admit Danish as well. So we
Yeah.
have one more Arsenal fan joining in, Danish from our group. I think he just joined us. Yeah. Hi Danish.
Hello.
I think,
Sorry,
yeah.
extremely sorry. Extremely sorry.
Yeah, I
That's
think
okay.
are you
Are you playing
outside
football?
playing? Yeah.
Huh?
Are you
Are you
Sorry.
playing
He's
football?
already in the field.
Yeah, actually, I was just got done with my game. Really sorry for being late.
Yeah.
As you can see, actually, I'm in a turf right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
got done. I got done with my game. I'm really sorry.
So
Really
you won
sorry.
or you lost? You won or you lost? You just tell us that.
We won 4-0.
Yeah.
4-0. Nice, yeah. What a one-sided game.
Yeah,
कौन सी?
not a one-sided team, boss. It was a
Yeah.
difficult game.
क्या चेल्सी
Yeah.
के सामने था?
Huh? No.
चेल्सी के साथ?
Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry. What was
Yeah,
the
so
discussion?
Danish, we were talking about the transfer market. What are your thoughts on it?
The transfer market.
For us,
I
yeah, for
thought
us.
we had a very average transfer market, to be very honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, had we got a winger, a right winger, and a striker, probably a centre forward to
Yeah.
complement Saka
Hmm.
and Martinelli, that would have been a very good scenario. But I don't know. It's very difficult to get the strikers in this market. I mean, we could have gone for Chiesa, but I don't think so. I mean, looking at the injury record and stuff like that, it was actually a steal. We could have gone for Federico Chiesa, but we didn't go for it. Liverpool got a very good player, by the way, though he's
Yeah, yeah.
injured.
Hmm.
Though he's injured, but I feel Chiesa would have been a good signing. I mean, 13 million euros is peanuts, man. We can take that much risk. It was worth the risk, I feel.
Yeah, 10-15 million, like it's so, and plus he's on very low wages at Liverpool, so it's
Exactly my point.
very low risk move for Liverpool. Like I saw some Liverpool fans online, and they were saying, "Ki if he doesn't work out, doesn't matter to us because
Exactly.
it's such a low risk buy. Like you get
Yeah, it's a risk worth taking, I
Yeah.
feel. They
Like,
did okay, what do you feel? Forget about our transfer window. What do you feel? Who had the best transfer window in this market this time? What do you think, guys?
So there's two things. I think by the books, I think Brighton has done some really good
Brighton,
business.
even West Ham had a good. West Ham had a good,
Brighton have got some really good players. I think even Aston Villa has spent some crazy money, but you're never sure about these signings. But then let's see, a few weeks and maybe Sterling could be the best
I actually have a very different opinion to this. I think I feel if it works out well and Ten Hag's put his ego aside, I think United has won the window.
I think United bought really good players like Xerxes,
Yeah.
Euro,
Not at all, man.
Ugarte.
In fact, I think United have just blown away this window.
But bro,
I think
Xerxes
it's
was a
more to
player
do-
which I think all of the teams were behind Xerxes. Even Arteta was behind Xerxes.
Bro, I genuinely feel that Ten Hag is such a bad coach right now. Like he's like completely screwing up. If you get in someone better than him with the players that they got right now, I think they'll do
Absolutely.
much better than what they're doing right now.
I've seen, so Ugarte doesn't really impress me now. We played Sporting Lisbon a few years back in the Europa League, and he was sensational that night. But since the past 2 years, I don't think he's been performing well. Same with De Ligt. He has been injury prone. If you watch the match against Arsenal versus Bayern, Jesus का जो अपना गोल गया, that was down to because Jesus ने एक simple dummy किया and De Ligt was on the floor. So his confidence is also on the floor. He's not that De Ligt with joint Bayern a few
Bro,
years back.
but Arsenal, we bought in Sterling, we bought in Havertz last season.
We never
These,
bought Sterling. We bought
I mean to
Havertz.
say we got in Sterling. ठीक है?
God.
अब
We
अब
got Sterling.
ये
Yes.
दोनों players का भी confidence was on the floor. We are trusting Arteta, and we trusted Arteta with Havertz कि वो he will bring them back to form or he'll do something special with them. So I think certain systems and certain
See,
managers can
but the
change something.
difference is Havertz के लिए Madrid और Bayern interested थे. Ugarte, Delict के
Yeah,
लिए
bro,
there were no clubs, big
bro, I
clubs.
do not believe any sort of PR or any sort of news
No,
that
no.
come out. Very honestly
And the
speaking,
other thing is,
because
the
क्या हो
other
रहा है
thing
कि
is
I have
Havertz,
yeah, finish
Havertz Havertz has been a very, talented player always.
yeah,
And he's very young. He's 23, 24.
I
इनके तो ऐसे
want
भी
to hear
छोटा
that
है.
from Varun, by the way. I want to hear that from Varun.
yeah.
And,
नहीं,
Regarding
नहीं,
Havertz.
and the other thing is, we got Sterling as an upgrade on Reece Nelson. So
yeah.
Reece
So
Nelson का
he's much
upgrade
better.
है
Yeah,
Sterling.
absolutely.
He's much better than Reece Nelson.
Right.
100%. उसमें कोई
So,
doubt नहीं.
Dude, you should
कोई
see
doubt
his
नहीं है.
videos right now. That the way he's flooring the teammates in
And
the
अरे यार,
in the
but
training,
वही है
yes.
ना कि
And the
I
other
think,
thing was
but he's gonna if
Sterling.
he's playing on the right, तो Saka he's not gonna sub Saka. He has to start on the
He
left.
will.
I feel.
No, he will 75th, 80 minute पे you can
But
sub
bro,
him.
नहीं,
I
you
don't
got it.
think, yeah.
But if he's flooring everyone in the training ground, I'm sure he's much better than
Yeah.
Martinelli right now, and probably
Yeah,
Trossard.
I'm
Who's
so
much
sorry.
better than
I'm sorry to
Martinelli?
I'm
You
so
feel?
sorry to interrupt you guys.
Sterling.
I when it comes to Martinelli, I have one thing. One thing. As we have said that the left side has been so pathetic, especially
Yeah,
when we go to the back side of it. It's so pathetic that Martinelli has been running throughout. Right? He has been covering so much and he has been saving Arsenal, doing lot of defensive work. Like
yeah,
he literally covers up and like from behind he tackles people and he doesn't foul out. On the contrary, Trossard, if you say, doesn't cover that ground. Yes, Trossard is
yeah,
a lethal
Yeah.
finisher, but Trossard doesn't cover that ground. So if I know Martinelli has been questioned and his decision making is not that good.
yeah.
But when it comes to starting over Trossard or Raheem Sterling, I would still, when it comes to stability, I would still think that Martinelli is someone we can think of starting
But bro,
before a
In the
but
long
bro,
run against big matches, if you have a full and fit Martinelli, I think that's the way to
but bro,
go.
problem with Martinelli is कि सारा because उसका आगे अटैक करते समय he's so like I'm finding him to be very toothless. तो क्या हो रहा है कि
Yeah.
every when you attack them ना like सारा का सारा अटैक राइट से जा रहा है तो Martinelli is not able to take that advantage on the left side जो क्या हो रहा है कि साका पे they double up. Usually there is a double up on
yeah.
Saka. So there is lot of space on the left side and I am very surprised to see Odegaard very rarely goes to that left side to help out Martinelli. He
Martinelli,
rarely
yeah.
goes there. So
Never goes there, in
probably
fact.
he would rather I would rather have Odegaard move more to the left, help him out क्योंकि साका does what he wants to do well. वो पार्टे के साथ भी करेगा, वो वाइट के साथ भी करेगा. He doesn't need an Odegaard all the time. But
That
Martinelli
was a
probably
great point.
does need an Odegaard
Yeah.
because Rice is not उसका नहीं है यार इतना. He can't do much.
He needs a Mikel Merino now.
Probably yes. Let's Mikel
Exactly.
Merino
After
अब
2
Jan
months.
में आएगा
After
देखेंगे
2
Jan
months.
में after 2 months.
I would just
And
like to add to what you guys are saying regarding Martinelli is
yeah,
that guy is running up and down the pitch. Okay,
right.
so because of which the end product that people are expecting from Martinelli is not there. He gets
Yeah,
tired running
yeah,
through and through around the pitch. And it's very difficult. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the person who plays football knows it's very difficult. It's a very demanding thing to go up and down. That's the reason he's not able to finish. I feel like that. If somebody from the wing back or somebody from the left back comes and supports him properly, if we get a proper full back, I
Overlap.
feel it'll be a better game.
Yeah,
gateway also
probably अब
for us
since
to see.
KT को ये लोग ने register कर दिया UCL में, like I had no issues with KT. Like he was a great left back for us, but problem था उसका injury record was so shit that it's so difficult to trust such players. Yeah, we had such like 2009 से देखते आ रहे विलशेर, डियाबी, इतने सारे अच्छे अच्छे players आर्सेनल टीम में रह चुके हैं, but these players can never be trusted for the entire season.
The
And
best
then
Cazorla.
हाँ वो कार्जोला तो नेक्स्ट लेवल. रोजिस्की ब्रो, रोजिस्की तो कार्जोला फिर भी कार्जो तो फिर भी कितने मैचेस खेला होगा, रोजिस्की तो कुछ नहीं खेला भाई.
Dude, I'll tell you this one news, and which was so funny that so I was reading the articles and everything. So it says that, oh, Rosiski back in training. I was like, yay. And then the other article is like Rosiski injured in training. I was like, fuck. 3 months he was out.
Bro,
Yeah.
him and Diaby, they were made of glass, man. Seriously,
Yeah,
Diaby तो बेचारे का पूरा करियर ही चला गया, but वो जब भी
dude.
खेला आर्सेनल के लिए, he was a beast when Diaby used to play
The
for us. He
last,
was
the
a
last
beast.
actually we won. The last actually we won at Enfield was because of Diaby.
Yeah, but he was an outstanding
Podolski
player.
and Santi scored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
that was a
unluckiest player for Arsenal was Diaby, I feel.
Yeah,
Diaby was
yeah.
he was
Agreed,
he was
agreed.
pretty unlucky. He was
tried
pretty
his
unlucky.
best, but couldn't come. But I don't know. I mean, we've been cursed. I don't know. We've been cursed with one or two players who like given us 10 on 10 performances at one time, and in the second time they've just like because of injuries and all that,
Yeah.
they've just not been up to
विलशेर का तो वो बार्सिलोना मैच पे लोगों ने इतना चढ़ा दिया, उसको नजर लग गई बेचारे को. पक्की बात है, उसकी मतलब उसकी मम्मी को जाके बोलना चाहिए था, मम्मी मेरा नजर नजर उतारो भाई, कुछ तो गड़बड़ हुआ है. साला वो बारसा वाला मैच के बाद he was never fit properly. यार क्या हो गया
Yeah.
उसको, because
But
what a player he was.
I think he was to be blamed for himself, man. He was not doing the cool downs.
Yeah.
He was not. He
Yeah.
himself said he was a fucking like chain smoker.
क्या बात
Everything
कर,
he
I
went
had
on
no
to do.
idea Wilshere was a chain
I had
smoker.
no idea he was a chain
Yeah.
smoker.
No, he was a chain smoker, man.
Wow.
He was a chain smoker,
बाप रे.
and he was like कि मैं वो cool down भी नहीं करता था, like good 6-7 kilometers का cool down ऐसा करते कुछ नहीं करता था भाई.
So
तो
that's
injury
on
होएगा
him.
नहीं.
So that's on him, buddy. So then that's not on पे
Absolutely.
नजर नहीं लगी भाई, तूने किया है पूरा गड़बड़.
हगा है भाई, उसने हगा है.
तूने हगा है भाई.
Chalo, we'll move
And-
on to the next
Yeah,
question.
Danish, and I'll just finish it off.
Yes, Rajveer.
I have always claimed Havertz is a good center forward. He just sucks at center
Ah,
midfield.
Rajveer,
Yeah.
can I ask you something? Have you
Sure,
already gone through the question of the second yellow of Rice, or still we are yet to
No,
discuss
we are
the
yet to.
topic?
We are just discussing transfer market. W पर हम लोग
That's
आ
yet
रहे
to
हैं.
discuss.
We're not
We just-
discussing about the match day and all stuff like that.
No. Yeah. We're gonna discuss all the 3 matches, including the Brighton one as well, and we'll obviously look.
Yeah.
So let's just start, since we'll just move on to the 3 matches that have occurred, and let's start with the Brighton game since it's recently happened. We'll talk about Wolves and Aston Villa उसके बाद. So
Yes, sir.
obviously, just to give a background, Brighton versus Arsenal. Arsenal had a few fair chances in the first half. We did end up scoring a wonderful goal by Havertz. And the second, I think, half में starting में like first half में Rice got a yellow card, which was a deserved yellow. It was a very silly
Yep.
challenge in the middle of the park, sliding tackle. कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. It was a 50-50 chance. कोई जरूरत नहीं थी वो, पर ठीक है. We did not expect what would follow in the second half. That challenge would look much more sillier then. Okay, second half start हुआ and Rice at the corner area of the Brighton team, like he made a challenge and it was a foul. So he turned around and obviously there was a lot of confusion of what happened. Veltman rolled the ball, Rice just poked it, and then Veltman just tried to murder Rice. And then in the end, Rice got a second yellow. So everyone was confused. I just saw Havertz's reaction. Havertz took I think almost 4-5 seconds to react. He saw the yellow card and then he saw the red, and then he took like 2-3 seconds. What?
It actually, took 2-3 seconds for even Rice to digest. He thought कि Veltman को card मिलने वाला है, मुझे कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
So Rice का back was he was like looking at I think back was turned to the referee, so he didn't see the second yellow and the red when it came out. Havertz was looking at it, so Havertz took 2-3 minutes. क्या हुआ क्या? He gave them the red card.
Yeah, but the ref, honestly speaking, the ref actually ruined the game.
He ruined the game.
Say,
Absolutely, he ruined the game.
When people say, I've heard this guy Howard Webb say last year, पता है अपना एक Mike and क्या था ये सिटी वाले गेम में कोवाचिच का जो पीछे से टैकल किया था.
Yeah.
Martin, what's that guy's name? I forgot his name, man. Mike Oliver? Michael Oliver.
Michael Oliver.
Yeah.
So what he did was, when asked about that second yellow card, he said he didn't want to ruin the game. He wanted the game to flow.
Yeah.
So if that's what people want to go with, then ये तो बहुत छोटी चीज थी यार. And the worst part, the benefit of doubt I can give Rice is the ball hit Rice when he was turning back and walking.
Yeah.
Now, naturally, if you're turning back and walking and something hits you on your leg, you're going to look down. So then he looks down and he sees the ball in his legs and he just flicks it away. So how is that? He wouldn't
Bro,
even know that he's taking a free kick
I
on a
think
rolling ball.
so I discussed this with Rahul, who's a Liverpool fan. You guys, if you guys are watching a podcast, so I was discussing this with Rahul. Is that when the ball comes into Rice, I know the teams and the players have been briefed कि अब हम लोग इसके लिए yellow card देंगे. You guys can't do this anymore. I think what Rice did was something instinctive, जो इतने सालों से तुम करते आ रहे हो, and then he just instinctively just kicked it. I am sure it's gonna take over. So this will now in the future, like all remaining matches probably in the next 36 matches, 35 whatever matches are left now. I am sure all the teams will be worried about कि भाई ये yellow card मिल सकता है for this. I am sure they will be more careful. But this is something that happened very instinctively.
Arsenal to set an example is my question.
Yeah.
Why are you using Arsenal to set an example for the other team? And I would like to add to what you people are saying. See, Rice did kick the ball, okay, but he didn't kick the ball. He just
he just poked it,
and it was on the pitch. It didn't go out of the pitch as well. It was in play, and it wasn't like it was like 50, 60 yards away. It was barely a few meters away.
Yeah, so, actually, the ball went. It went outside, like it went for a throw in, like basically. So I guess that's
when
what
they talk about consistency. First half, the same incident happened. The guy kicked the ball away yards away, and that was not poked.
Bro, I saw the. I saw the.
पहला वाला देखा था वो Saka pullback.
Bro, I saw the when I saw the yellow card, the first thing I wrote in the group was the ref has ruined this game now. Because what I thought was because we are now gonna sit back 10 men क्योंकि हम लोग 1-0 up है यार. We don't need plus home पे. We don't need to do attack anymore. So I just said the ref just ruined this game because of Arteta is gonna park the bus and he's gonna play like एकदम अब बैठो पीछे नहीं खाने का ये वो. That's what I genuinely thought and first reaction was कि ref just fucking just खत्म कर दिया गेम को. अच्छा खासा गेम चल रहा था and I was sure we were gonna score 2-3 more. अच्छा खेल रहे थे हम लोग. I thought we were attacking pretty well.
Okay, let me just interrupt you, Varun. We were not playing that. We were not on our free-flowing best.
We were not sharp. We were definitely
not sharp at all.
Yeah, we were not sharp at all. Yeah.
Opportunities. We were missing a lot of opportunities. Our passing play was not very sleek. All right. And secondly, I don't know. I could see a few players, I don't know, tired or I don't know, still not recovered from the international. I mean, still not recovered from the preseason. I don't know. We didn't look sharp. The first two matches, I was like, okay, we are ready.
I know we didn't look sharp, but फिर जब goal पड़ा ना, when we hit that first goal, second half start हुआ ना, I thought probably we'll grow much more into the game because Brighton will now have to open up more because they have to attack. So I thought probably we will थोड़ा सा वो sharpness आ जाएगा. But within 3 minutes we got that yellow card. That red card. So we could not judge anymore कि Arsenal अब क्या करेगी. Definitely first half पे तो I think everyone agreed to the fact that we were not sharp at all. Yes, Brighton did not attack us much, but we had more chances. We did not finish our chances, but we had more chances. Saka का जो Odegaard का pass था to Saka, that was a lovely pass. Saka just didn't.
And one chance that Havertz missed towards the end.
वो तो
remember? That was like, I mean,
I thought that
was a game winner, by the way.
That was a chance. Even the Saka one should have done better.
I think when the ball came back to Saka after that Havertz chance, Saka still had a chance. Both of them, like when I brought up this point, we don't have a player who can smash the ball. Havertz भी poke करता है and Saka भी poke करता है. Like I wanted एक shot चाहिए था जबरदस्त, like just smash the goal.
The thing I've been very frustrated with Jesus when he came was he would come inside the D line, take on 2-3 players and just hit it straight at the keeper. Now this has been with Martinelli. This has been done with Havertz, with this guy
Saka.
Saka has been still doing better.
Saka has still now changed.
Nketiah was like hit it straight at the keeper. I was like, इतना बड़ा goal है, just put it near, just target the post. You can do that at least.
No, but Saka has started now the new thing now. He doesn't he cuts in and now he doesn't go far post, he goes near post.
Near
like
post.
The goal which and that the goal which he scored again was like that was shook like that. Now that
Saka's
is
finishing has
but then
improved.
if you're going near post, then you have to bang it because it is you have to hit a banger. For a
Yeah,
far post, if you go, you can place it. Like you can nicely curl it. There's a
Yeah.
curler. If you are going near post, you have to bang it. There's no
Yeah,
other
yeah,
Also,
option.
yeah.
did you
That
guys even Odegaard needs to step up. There was a chance in the first half. Odegaard के लिए बहुत सही cross आया था, and
don't
he
even.
hit it straight at the keeper. That was
Yeah,
Bro,
really
यार,
yeah.
and
disappointing.
then
That was true.
second में
So
final
3
में
big
I think
chances we missed.
Odegaard अगर वो कैलिफियोरी को पास दे
कालाफियोरी
देता
को पास
बाप
जाता है,
रे
एटलीस्ट
Yeah,
कीपर के सामने तो जाता वो.
यार.
that
And
is not
so
acceptable.
I was talking about before we start recording was के Ian Wright and Darren Bent brought this point up in the half time, like जो Brighton were maintaining such a high line, and Saka and Trossard, they were on the wings. We could have easily played so many balls over the top, and with the pace of Saka, especially Trossard is not that quick, but with the pace of Saka, we could have had so many chances where we could have, just got a free run at the goal. We do not, Arsenal do not play that ball at all. And against a team like Spurs, जो highline खेलती है, they do not drop back at all. I think we need to start thinking about putting those balls over the top against such teams. हम लोग नहीं करते. We just do आके ये वो अंदर पास करते करते धीरे धीरे we move in. We don't, या तो through ball देगा line cutting pass डालेंगे, but we never hit that over the top ball from our half. I'm saying not from our half.
But because I think Arteta is a good sucker for possession. I think if he loses the possession, he likes the control of the game. He's like very much like Pep. So he likes the control. I think he gets very mad when the long balls are being done like so quick. Like the thoughtless long balls, he just doesn't
In
like it.
fact, Varun, if you remember the last North London derby, that is exactly what got us the joy. Havertz ने pass दिया था Saka को, which he scored. So that was
So
really
that-
good, and
so I think
that
That
should
was
be
again
tried.
actually against City also. Against City also, which
No,
Martinelli scored at Emirates.
if we
Yeah.
keep doing
Yeah.
like
Yes.
अब इतना पैसा involved है in analysis, like they hire data manage, like so many people are hired by all these teams. They are analyzing all the data. You need to change few things up यार. एक ही चीज करते रहोगे तो obviously they're gonna figure out कि हाँ ये इधर ये करेगा. So if we start putting those balls ना inside,
See,
I am
at Emirates,
sure the teams are gonna be like fuck. अब high line भी नहीं खेल सकते इनके सामने. वरना they'll be a bit scared कि ये लोग साले अब तो
Emirates पे I
मुझसे
don't think
बॉल
we
भी
do
डाल रहे हैं.
that.
Yeah.
ऊपर से वाला ball, we don't usually do that at the
I
Emirates.
hope we do that at
We do
NLD
that.
because
Yeah,
we know
sometimes
for a
that is the
fact
best way to get forward.
bro, one thing is for sure, and Postecoglou is gonna have a high line. Okay, and he's gonna keep that high line the
100%.
entire
First
match.
place
Okay?
highlight only. I
Wait,
mean,
so
it's something which we can figure out. Arteta definitely must be knowing it.
yeah, he must
Yeah.
know, and I
If
want
we
to
can
see
figure it
those.
out, definitely Arteta might be knowing it. And I
But
Yeah,
feel
yeah, absolutely.
if it's a high ball, then if it's a high line, then long balls are a must.
Yeah,
We've got very
absolutely.
pacey wingers. Put Martinelli and Saka
So, Varun,
on the
yeah.
wings.
मेरा ये
It's
जो
a-
point था कि हाविट्स को मिडफील्ड में इसके लिए खिलाना चाहिए because he can run around and make those passes.
But then
No,
Havertz
but-
in midfield is a waste, I feel. Which attacker are you going to put? There's no Jesus.
See,
Okay, who's going to play?
Trossard, he's
attack?
saying
attacker
maybe
is an
Trossard.
issue.
He will
Absolutely,
probably
striker
put
के लिए
Trossard
issue
as
हो जाएगा.
striker.
Don't say
But
you
tell me
put
one
Trossard.
player.
He's gonna
Tell
put
me one-
Trossard. If Havertz come in the midfield, Trossard is gonna be in the
Okay,
striker.
so you guys tell me one player which is close to Rice is obviously out due to the red card. So tell me one player which is closest to Rice who can cover ground and press
Zinchenko.
as good as Rice. No, but
Zinchenko.
that is not an option, Varun. वो नहीं
So
खिलाएगा.
what
we
I
know
think
that.
what
Timber.
can be done? What I,
I think
feel, okay,
Timber in
Zinchenko,
left centre
Zinchenko
mid.
is such a. Tell me one player who can give line breaking passes like Zinchenko in our team.
I was about
But
to say that
line
only.
breaking is
About to
again
say that
offensive,
we can
Varun.
we
We're
can use
talking about
Zinchenko in the
defensive
midfield.
actions.
But Zinchenko technically तो है तो वो डिफेंडर ही तो एटलीस्ट
नहीं कर पाता यार.
नहीं
वो
कर पाता आई नो
पाता
बट थोड़ी तो अक्ल है उसमें करना है. हैवर्ट्स में कौन सी डिफेंसिव अक्ल है यार.
राइस
को
का
पता
इतना
है यार.
राइस का पता है इतना नहीं. वही तो चीज है. हावेट्स का इतना अच्छा मूवमेंट है एंड इतना अच्छा प्रेसिंग है जो मेरे को राइस
I think Raj is
अच्छा कर पाएगा.
yeah.
So you
Hey, but
should
sorry,
have-
Raj,
you
you got
actually
cut.
have
I
no
think.
option.
Can you
Raj,
repeat?
you got
Yeah, I'm saying
yeah. Can you repeat it? We can hear
we
you.
really don't have any option कि राइस की जगह हम किसी और को खिलाए हावेट्स के अलावा.
Bro, I
We
think
need those legs.
I know it's a tough. Zinchenko has played a lot of minutes, so he's not like Jorginho definitely would be a risk because he's not played too many minutes. Zinchenko has started a match. He's come in on a sub in couple of matches. So I think he can probably slot in at the midfield position. Try
But
करके देखो.
वो left center mid जब position है ना, that is
bro,
very
there is
tricky. It is
there
not.
is a high chance of Georgie only playing because Spurs is a counter-attacking team. But Jorginho slows down the game every time. Like when we lack control, जॉर्जिनो कम्स इन और वो क्या गंदा स्लो करता है गेम को, मतलब वो पूरा कंट्रोल में ले आता है, वो इरिटेट कर देता है सामने वालों को. ही इज दैट
Yeah,
गुड
yeah.
विद पोजीशन.
And
So I don't
he's
think
press
anyone.
resistant. He's press resistant.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
Yeah.
okay.
100%. I
Yeah.
don't
So
think that anyone else is going to start because as far as my knowledge is concerned, if looking at so many matches of Arteta, I feel that Arteta for 45 minutes is not going to do anything in North London derby. He's going to irritate the fuck out of the Spurs. He's going to make sure that the weak take the control and they just lose their shit, and then he's going to capitalize in the second half. And that's where
agree.
Jorginho comes into the picture.
Jorginho, see, last time हम जब वहां जीते थे, Jorginho played that game. So
Yeah,
what he
Jorginho
can
had a
do is
very good season. I
very
think
good game. Yeah.
last season when he came in, when
He played the big games.
yeah, he played the big games and he had a very good patch, and I think he played pretty well. I think only game where he looked bit pedestrian was against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich सामने I think everyone looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
There was not a
And
single player.
the
Yeah, I think
and
except
and and NLD, the North London derby, where
Yeah.
he gave away the
Where he
goal
got
to
the
yeah,
the
penalty.
Son.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think Bayern Munich के सामने only Odegaard was the only one person who could actually held his head up high and then come out with something. Yeah,
So
so
we
I
might
guess
change
that's
from a 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3 to 4-2-3-1 with Jorginho and Rice,
yeah,
Jorginho and Partey, and Odegaard centrally, not
yeah.
from the
Yeah.
right.
So I think let's move to the Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
I think Danish बहुत पीछे disturbance आ रहा है.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I'm just actually I'm riding towards my house. I'm just, it can be a little disturbance because 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
on
it's
my
okay.
way.
So can you just mute yourself so that you can join in later? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join. I'll join in like 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. I'm on my way home so that
Yeah,
I'll be in a
sure.
better position to like talk to you people
Yeah,
on
yeah,
in
sure,
a
sure.
stable environment. Okay, give me
Yeah,
5 minutes,
sure.
guys.
Yeah, sure,
Right?
sure.
Okay.
Oh, I accidentally muted you. Sorry. Yeah. So, uh, so let's talk about Aston Villa game. So I brought this point with Rajveer for the last 3 games that I've been noticing is that, and me and Rajveer and we agreed that we were lucky to just concede 1 goal till now. Because Watkins had a open goal. राजवीर
Oh,
क्लीच
yes.
की वो वीआर बाद में उसको वो कर देता गैब्रियल पे फाउल. आई डोंट बिलीव सो. आई डू नॉट बिलीव दैट वाज सच अ चैलेंज के वीआर उसको वोट इन कर देता कि भाई
यार उसके दोनों हाथ उसके पीछे थे.
अरे
That
यार
is gonna get
ब्रो
ruled out.
ब्रो यू टेल मी वन थिंग. मतलब वो ईटीएच का मजाक उड़ाते हैं अपने वो बार बार लाते हैं. हॉयलैंड के साथ वो गैब्रियल ने लिटरली रेसलिंग ही करी थी हमारे बॉक्स के
Yeah.
अंदर.
Last to last year. Yes. Agreed.
That could have been a penalty as well, and I'm saying this could have
Absolutely. No denying.
easily been ignored. And
Yeah.
I don't think people remember this. Last to last season, when we went 2-0 up against Liverpool, and then we had a capitulation जब हमारा bottling start हुआ था. Last moments पे when remember who fucked up the pass? I don't remember. Someone fucked up the pass. तो हम लोग का एक counter चालू हुआ था, and we had a
हाँ,
terrible pass.
Saka, Martinelli.
हाँ, Saka
Oh
Martinelli.
yes,
And
yes, Martinelli
and
वाला.
I don't
Oh
remember
shit.
who fucked up the pass. I don't remember.
Saka fucked up the pass.
Yeah, Saka fucked up.
Yes.
वो काउंटर अटैक पता है कैसे हुआ था? गैब्रियल ने लिटर जो तू बोल रहा ना पीछे से हाथ पकड़ के उसे साला को ऐसे पकड़ा हुआ था एंड साला को साइड में कर दिया था एंड देन काउंटर अटैक स्टार्ट. और मैं एक ही चीज सोच रहा था, मेरा अच्छा हुआ गोल नहीं लगा. क्योंकि
गिर नहीं गया
यार
साला.
पीछे जाता और बोलता है कि ये
Penalty
फाउल है,
दे.
इधर पेनल्टी दो, तो साला वो मैच ही हार जाते. गोल तो लगा नहीं और मैच ही हार जाते हम लोग.
होप टूटता नहीं, क्रश
पता
और
है वो मैच
क्रम्बल
में
होता.
देखता हूँ ना,
हाँ,
मेरे को
वही.
जिनचेंको के नाइटमेयर्स आते हैं. वो ट्रेंड
हाँ,
जो
भाई
वो
साहब.
था
that was a terrible
जिनचेंको
match.
पे.
और
That was
God.
actually the first match where Zinchenko was exposed.
properly
Like properly exposed हुआ था.
Yeah.
बट आई थिंक आर्टेटा ने जिनचेंको को एक्सपोज नहीं करने के लिए टोमियासी को उसी सीजन में खिलाया था एज अ
Yes,
लेफ्ट
yes,
बैक,
yes.
where he
जब हम जीते थे.
completely pocketed Salah. And I
Salah,
think that was the
yes,
That
first
was at
time
the Emirates.
yeah, and that was the first time Salah had a bad game against Arsenal. नहीं तो जब से मैं
He
देख रहा हूँ
still
साला हमारी
scored,
बैंड
but
ही बजा रहा है. He did score,
भाई
but he
चेल्सी
was
के
like,
टाइम से बैंड बजा रहा है वो
हाँ
6-0 भी हारे थे उसमें भी ठोका था
6-0
उसने।
उसने मारा था उसने।
तो बोला कि साला तो हमारी बैंड बजा था, but that was the first
हाँ
game where Salah was relatively
या
quiet.
या
So I guess, but so we coming back to the Aston Villa game. So I feel Aston Villa ने काफी defensive खेला वो match 100%, and they had a good few counter attack. Rogers had a tremendous game. I think he had a we have an Arsenal United supporter who's gonna join us.
हाय हाय
So I guess we'll have some banter
ये
as well. Mo, yeah. कोई नहीं, हम लोग उसके Mohit, can you hear us?
Yeah, man. I'm in bed.
अच्छा, okay, so you're not joining in cases
मजे
this
लेने
week.
आया वो।
Yeah,
मोए
I'm
मोए
just.
Yeah. So, so Aston Villa definitely had a few good counter-attacking chances against us. So, what do you think about the match, yeah, overall?
I think the match for me, like I told you about the North London derby, I think it's a very similar example of what we did against Aston Villa as well. That we constantly, if you can see how Martinelli was tracking back again and again, and how he's holding the turf, and how Timber also was there, and Timber was not going upfield. You can
Yeah,
see Timber was not going half field also. So we were holding our ground for good amount of time. For me, I think the mindset of Arsenal going into the Aston Villa game was that we do not need to concede before the first half, and we can get them. And that's what happened. And that's what happened when Martinelli got tired, had tired legs, and Saka came into picture. Saka was constantly, if you can see, like he was like 3 or 4 times before that. Saka had a cutback,
yeah, yeah,
constant.
yeah.
I think there was this one time which even White also tried 2 or 3 shots, if I'm not wrong, and I think that was a constant thing which was happening for Arsenal, that they are holding the ground first and quoting Sir Alex Ferguson, that you have to win matches by defending well rather than attacking, and that is what I think against these teams which
That
has
is
fucked
something
Arsenal.
Arteta really strongly believes.
हाँ नहीं,
Yeah, yeah,
Arteta,
yeah,
I always claim Arteta is a defensive-minded manager than an
Yeah.
exactly,
attacking-minded manager. So
absolutely.
he's more close to, I guess, a Simeone than a Pep Guardiola. But
He's,
Hundred
he's
percent.
a he's a pussy.
Hmm.
अभी तो तुम्हारे पुसी को संभालो, टू
Why?
ट्रॉफीज
Dude, yeah, I love the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went outside and said that
Yeah.
I love the statement of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer which came up right now,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
after Eric Ten Hag went into saying
Said
that,
that.
oh, after
Yeah.
after City we have won more trophies, and that is ironic about United, that Gary
No, they're
Neville,
just
Rio
trying to
Ferdinand.
cover up. He's
Yeah,
just trying to
no,
save his job.
but I always say this statement, even in our Arsenal group as well, that every time Arsenal was constantly winning FA Cups, it was called a Tin Pot Cup and finishing.
Yeah.
And Gary Neville has gone into podcast saying that we don't want to become an Arsenal, and no, I think it was Rio Ferdinand probably, that we don't want to become an Arsenal
Cup team.
that who finishes in top four and wins the Tin Pot Cups. And now the other United fans are tweeting that we have more trophies, we have more trophies. So I love that. I really enjoy that because
I
uh,
I just
the
have two
progress.
things to say to you. I'm sorry for you. We have two trophies.
Oh, sorry. Say, what is the second point?
We
They
have
have two
two
trophies.
trophies.
ये मोर
Mohit,
And
मैं
this
पता
is
we are Ten Hag again, Mohit. We want Ten Hag to stay.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
We have
we
also
you
want
have
definitely.
Ten Hag
all
to
the
stay.
backing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
मोहित
want him
मोहित
to.
राजवीर ने प्रिडिक्ट किया है, बोलता ना देखो, लास्ट नवंबर से वो बोल रहा है ये बंदा सैक होने वाला है.
You
I
know,
Bye,
there are
also
bye.
only
I'm
there are United has won just 6 matches in the last 17 games. Now the clubs which I posted this on the group, I think. शायद 4-5
but
टीम है. Fulham है,
yeah,
all those
you
relegated teams.
you have to look at the context, man. I mean, first of all, I think
क्या
he's not given enough respect in the what do you say, in the interviews. He's not. That is why he gave it back. Look at the questions what dumb questions.
वो
The
डम
FA Cup.
क्वेश्चन नहीं था, that was not a dumb
Ek
हाँ
minute,
question.
यार, that was a spot on
I'll tell you
question.
what
That
Alan Shearer does, right? Right after he won the FA Cup, the first question that Alan Shearer asks him is, "Are you going to be in charge next season?" Do you say that at a cup cup win
Bro,
after a cup win.
but that
That is
speculation,
such
bro, but that
that is
was
Even
such
Wenger were
shithousery.
was asked this question when he won the FA Cup in 2015.
And you as fans don't appreciate that, right? When that happens, like right after you won a cup,
But
and
bro,
I feel
why don't
just
you see
because
the
just
entire
because
context? No, just why don't you see the context of that question? वो
just
मैच
because
के
वो
पहले
इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल नहीं गया है
बहुत
तो
रूमर
उसकी
थे।
कुछ भी मारोगे तुम लोग बेंचो उसको
अरे वो
और
मैच के पहले
आउट
इतने
ऑफ
रूमर थे
कॉन्टेक्स्ट
FA
लेते हैं
कप
उसको
फाइनल के पहले, बहुत
उसको
रूमर थे
आउट
एक्चुअली।
उसको आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट लेते हैं यार काफी टाइम
But
लाइक
नहीं कोई नहीं.
इसकी इंग्लिश इतनी अच्छी नहीं है
I am genuinely very happy what Pep Guardiola did for Premier League. I think nobody else has done. He has
Yes,
made sure that Eric Ten Hag
Ten
doesn't
Hag
leave,
stays.
and I
Yep.
नहीं
think
see
that is the
I
best thing
I
he has ever
I
done.
I sincerely feel there's a plan behind Ineos. What they've done well is that they have gotten a really good assistant coach, which is Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think he's waiting on the wings, and they've got a lot of Dutch players now. So there could be a plan behind this. This might not be Ten Hag signings. These might be signings that suit Ruud van Nistelrooy when he comes in. But
Yeah.
I'm still backing Ten
But
Hag.
don't you
And by
think
the
this
way,
job is too big for Ruud van Nistelrooy?
yeah, see, every like a lot of clubs now are taking punts at managers who are young. One of the biggest examples is Bayern Munich, right? They hired a manager like Company, which I don't know why they gave him a shot.
They were like his
Uh,
fourth or fifth choice.
I mean, whatever that is. Now, Ruud van Nistelrooy has won an Eredivisie in the same league where Slot was, right? And I was just looking at stats. He had like 64 ka goal difference, and he won them the league in the first season that he coached them in. And he coached players like Xavi Simons, and who was linked to us, by the way, this transfer window.
But
So you
Xavi
never
Simons
know.
was already a superstar when he joined PSV.
I said he coached, so
Hmm.
it doesn't really matter. I didn't say that he made him. He also managed Maduake and players like that. So he's already familiar with a lot of players that are in the club right now. I see. To be honest, I want Ten Hag to succeed. We have given him too much time, too much money. All right, and the reason why we want to back Ten Hag or any other manager at the helm right
because
now
the
is
banter,
because
ना banter बहुत आए.
not banter.
In
It's just
fact,
that we have sacked too many managers. Uh, and I mean, I know the times have changed. Sir Alex Ferguson won something in the fourth season that he joined, right? So
yeah.
we wanted to give someone time. I think Ten Hag might not be the man. I said this on the podcast that I enjoy the style that Ten Hag, whenever he can pull it off, right? Whenever he can pull it off. But I feel that style might not be good enough for the Premier League. Like, the intensity
Yeah.
or whatnot. It was working well in the Eredivisie. I think his time is coming. You don't know. I mean, we even struggle along, with the tables in the bottom half. So I think his time is near. Hopefully, he changes his tactics, man. He can do it. He did.
Mohit,
He did it.
Mohit,
He,
Mohit,
he
I
did it
have
in the
only two
first
things
game.
to say to you. I am
Two
sorry
things.
for you, and your two trophies can fuck off.
Very pathetic joke, but okay.
Anyway,
What do
In
I
fact,
expect?
Ruud van
we have
Nistelrooy मुझे
you
लगता है
and
Ten Hag से तो better होगा.
bro
Last to last
sorry,
year.
that's sorry. इसने और विजय ने जो बोर किया है ना यूनाइटेड का पॉडकास्ट लास्ट टाइम, ठीक है, अभी हम यूनाइटेड की बात
हाँ,
नहीं कर रहे. एक दिन में पूरा
ठीक है.
एक डेढ़ घंटा दिमाग
Let's
खराब किया.
talk
मुझे पता है
let's
the
talk
only
about you
memory
guys. Rice नहीं है
the
तुम्हारे पास, क्या करोगे तुम लोग? जॉर्जिनो क्या
अभी
कर
हम
लेगा?
लोग पहुंचेंगे. हम लोग स्पर्स की बात करेंगे.
Mohit,
हम लोग अभी
the
एस्टन विला की
only
बात कर रहे हैं.
memory I have of
मेरे को
Ruud van
जय से थोड़े
Nistelrooy as a
व्यूज लेने.
manager is हमने last to last year एक मैच खेला था यूरोप चैंपियंस लीग में, no यूरोपा लीग में. तब Ruud van Nistelrooy was the only guy who defeated Arteta in the group stage. PSV 2-0 जीती थी. And
लास्ट टाइम
so I
मैनेजर
was
वो
very
नहीं था क्या
impressed.
ब्रो? लास्ट टाइम पीएसवी
No,
का वो भी हमारे ग्रुप
वो
में थे
चैंपियंस लीग
No,
में
so
था,
if
उसके
you've
पहले
यहाँ
seen
पर
यूरोपा
Van
his
लीग में
Nistelrooy
था.
था.
if you've seen his
Yeah.
team play, could you tell me what style he plays? Like he
So
plays
he
4-3-3.
Madueke ने वो टाइम पे गोल मारा था. So we
Okay.
really dominated
आई
that
थिंक
game, but
गैप को भी था ना उस टाइम पे तो.
Gakpo भी था, and he scored and he missed one a great chance.
Yeah.
But the point
Right.
was he uses wingers a lot. Like
Hmm.
उसका वो style था, थोड़ा soak in करो and
Which
put the
is
wingers, like
which
pretty much
perfect
how
for us
Liverpool played.
because we have
So
wingers
you are
that
saying
can
Good
play all the
wingers.
time.
so you are saying that Anthony's time is coming now.
It could be, man. The thing is, see,
Should the league be ready?
Anthony is the
League is
worst
not ready for
signing.
Anthony.
Anthony will be the death of Eric Ten Hag at United.
Okay,
Like that signing.
okay. Mohit, I just want to ask you one thing because this is one thing as a Arsenal fan I wanted to always ask. Do you think if you want to choose between Antonio or Nicolas Pepe, who do you
Hmm.
choose?
Anthony.
You choose or. You choose or. That's
No,
my
You
so
answer.
choose
Or
all.
I'll
you choose or.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Can you remember Nicolas Pepe's best 3 or 4 goals?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
tell
against
know,
me.
Brighton.
do you know Anthony और निकोलस पेपे के स्टैट्स में प्रीमियर लीग में बहुत फर्क है.
No, I'm not talking about stats. Tell me the teams the goals that you remember. Say Brighton हो गया
His
एक फिर.
Brighton's color, उसका Brighton's
Yeah.
color हो गया, उसका West Ham के सामने away color which win actually, and that was under Lundberg, which happened when Lundberg
Bro,
came into the picture.
Europa League में he saved us a
Europa
match.
League after he got the red
Guys,
card, the
don't
2 goals.
forget चैंपियंस जो एफए कप सेमीफाइनल था सिटी के सामने
Exactly.
पेपे जो खेला है वो मैच एंड द क्रॉस फॉर ऑबामेयांग टू विन
That
वो
was
विनर
No,
crazy.
दैट
so
वाज
I'll tell you
क्लास.
what. Like Anthony gets a lot of shit, and rightly so. He's a chutia. But I can remember the goal that he has scored, like every one of them. He scored
He
debut goal
scored 2 or
against
3
you.
goals.
No. So he scored the
That's
debut
why he
goal
can
against
remember,
you.
no?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. He scored against you guys on the debut. He scored against
Liverpool.
Barca that put us through in the next round. He scored against City. He's even scored against Liverpool in the FA Cup match that
Yeah,
got us through.
final. Yeah.
So he scored against all big teams. That's what I'm saying. So he gets a lot of shit and he deserves it. But he has a right foot. I mean, left foot if he can use it whenever. Like now, people know what he does. So, pata nahi.
Yeah.
But he scored against some good teams. Like you can't just write him off.
Yeah.
We are writing him off. We can't. We are
Yeah, we are
writing him
surely
off.
writing him off.
We are writing him off.
See, अगर कोई इंजर्ड हुआ तो वो खेलने
पता
ही
है
वाला है
मुझे
तो doesn't
अमाद
really
पे ज्यादा
matter.
विश्वास है एंटनी
नहीं
से.
Ahmad,
Yeah,
क्या
but
Ahmad is a
Ahmad
very
is
good player. Very good
Ahmad,
player,
Ahmad
Ahmad.
Diallo is a brilliant player,
Yeah,
man.
Ahmad
Brilliant
is a
player.
very good
Brilliant
player. United have got some
Eric,
really good young
see,
players in their team. Very good
see,
young.
Eric Ten Hag can turn this around if he changes his fucking style. He did it in the first season. We are hoping that he is not stubborn anymore by proving that I have like this Ajax style. If he sits back and plays on the counter, I think we can do it.
No,
Like
that
वो
should be
चूतिया
your
करेगा.
style. That has been a
Yeah.
successful style. That is,
But he's
I
not
think,
going to do
that
it
is the
because
only
he's a
style which has
चूतिया.
worked for them.
yeah. But
I hope he does it. Like अभी तो उसकी फटनी चाहिए यार. He'll be sacked if he doesn't do it. मतलब
bro,
ऐसा है
in
सीन.
the end, I'll
No,
tell
no,
you,
no,
you
no, no.
play,
That should not happen, yeah.
bro, you
That should
play
not
any.
happen.
बोलता रहता हूँ, clueless. If you are successful, if the results are coming in, everyone will forget तुम लोग किस style में खेलते हो. If you're just getting the results in. ठीक है, सर एलेक्स फर्गसन के कितने मैचेस were so fucking boring, but
See, he needs to realize that if he wants to play this style, he needs to crowd the midfield. He can't like really leave Casemiro on his own. And he needs to remember that उसको जो अपना style खिलाना है, do it against the teams that sit back.
हाँ वही.
All right,
Right.
because now you have players like Xerxes. Xerxes can play those, one-time passes. He has a good touch on him. He has Ahmad who can run at a defense, unlike Anthony. So, and because Rashford cannot play in a low block, he can only play on the counter. So use him on the counter, man. मतलब that is the problem. He does not realize. कि I think रूड भी उसको कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है कि भैंसो जल्दी
यूनाइटेड
जाए
आर्सेनल
गंदा.
ये मेरे को लगता है अपना मैच होगा ना उसके 2 गेम पहले इनका मैनेजर सैक होने वाला
मेरे
है.
यार देखो बात बोलूं प्रॉब्लम
Dude, he
यूनाइटेड
can
आर्सेनल
pretty where he could get sacked by the end of September because we have Spurs in the end,
And
and
we are
Spurs can
playing
fuck
at
us
home
in.
on the 4th of December.
Yeah.
तो बहुत टाइम है दिसंबर तो बहुत टाइम है
नहीं
Yeah.
he won't see December the way he's going. मेरे को जर्सी देनी है
so.
यार किसी को. मैंने चूते की तरह बेट लगा दी.
Cool, let's move back to Arsenal now.
Yeah.
मोहित तूने एस्टन विला मैच देखा ना?
Not really, man. I slept while watching that match
Okay,
because it
so
was boring as fuck.
okay, so हमारे podcast पे that was the only watch along that happened was the Aston Villa game where Vijay just texted me said कि तू क्या कर रहा
No,
है मेरा
we did the Man City match watch along.
no yeah he did the Man City ऐसे तो नहीं but Arsenal का हमने किया था and उस मैच में like क्या वो second half में when that fucked up like Watkins का जो मिस था वो तो first half में था I think that the open goal वाला सेकेंड हाफ में when that header happened right वो जिसमें उसने सीधा राया को Like
Yeah, yeah.
deflection and then Raya saved it. I told Vijay, and I think it's recalled also, sir, कि अगर एस्टन विला हगने वाली है ना तो वो अब ये हम निक करेंगे ये मैच, क्योंकि यूजुअली ऐसा होता है ना आर्सेनल के साथ कि आर्सेनल जब चांसेस नहीं लेती है सामने वाली टीम निक करके चली जाती है। मैं बोला अब मेरे को ऐसा फील हो रहा है अब आर्सेनल निक करेगी। और आई थिंक 5 मिनट्स के अंदर वी स्कोर दैट ओपनर फॉर अस, साका का गोल आया जो, सॉरी ट्रोसार्ड का,
Trossard.
या ट्रोसार्ड का गोल आया। सो आई
Watkins missed really easy chance. बहुत easy
that
chance.
was the like, मतलब वो जब चांस मिला ना वॉटकिंस को, मैं बोला fuck, and how the fuck
It reminded. I saw that miss and it reminded me of the Garnacho miss that we did against Fulham, like open goal, like similar chances. Very bad.
it was such a bad, I think Watkins had a terrible
That
game
is
that
why he does not play for a top side. Like that is
True
why
Arsenal fan. No, he'll score against you guys.
by the way, we were the only team that did a double on them last year.
Yeah.
तो
And we
Again,
were
against
उसकी भी ट्रॉफी मिली तुमको?
against who?
Aston
Aston
Villa.
Villa.
Aston Villa, मतलब
They
that's
did a double against. They did a double on us, right?
नहीं
Yeah.
he's saying United
By
did
the
a
way,
double on Villa.
Danish Mohit
Yeah.
is an Arsenal fan. Mohit is a Man United fan.
No,
Oh,
I'm an Arsenal fan. I want Arteta to get sacked.
look who's talking. Taklu supporter.
But last year Rio Ferdinand said something very stupid. He's like, okay, Arteta would love to come to United
Come
if
into
Eric Ten
United.
Hag
Fuck.
gets sacked. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
Rio Ferdinand thinks that about any good manager.
Rio
So
Ferdinand is
United
one of the
आना है.
worst पंडित्स जो यूनाइटेड के पूरे वो कबाल में से जो है ना सबसे घटिया पंडित रियो फर्डिनेंड है।
Yeah.
गैरी नेवल भी
उसका भाई भी.
You count Gary Neville as a good pandit? That means
नहीं
yeah,
bro,
Worst. He's the second
bro,
worst.
if I have to
No,
choose,
no,
like
no.
if I have to choose between Rio Ferdinand and Neville, I will choose Neville, man.
Neville, absolutely.
Are you going to choose Roy Keane?
dude is a pseudo
उसका तो
acid
अलग ही
Kaliwa, that,
एजेंडा
right?
है.
Roy
He sees
Keane,
football
if
in a
you
very
want
different way.
if you want like थोड़ा honesty चाहिए तो Scholes और Roy Keane are probably more honest about their pandit, like their views and
I
all.
don't think the schools is. I don't think schools is honest, man.
he
Yeah, but
is. He is very
he's
honest.
much more honest than Gary Neville, तो मेरे को
And he's
proper
not
लगता है कि
biased
he's
at all.
a बीच का, like
उसने अभी delete के लिए क्या बोला था? Do you know? Like there is a show called Overlap. Fans के साथ.
like we see, yeah.
He said that Delete might not be a good signing because he can't hash it out at Juventus or Bayern. So why are we getting him with a player that can't start anywhere? Eric Dyer is starting above him. So that, like, he's pretty non-biased towards United. Like, even though it's projected like that, the most biased pundit is definitely Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Second comes in Neville. Third is Roy.
Hargreaves.
Even though
Owen Hargreaves.
no, Owen Hargreaves is very non-biased.
I don't
Very
think so.
non-biased. Because he
honest.
has the city roots as well, right? So
Yeah.
non-biased.
Danish,
What about Scholes?
are you joining video, baby?
Scholes is my favorite player of all time, so I won't
I
say
can
anything
join,
against him.
Yeah.
but I'm driving, so
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
yeah, that's the reason.
We
I can
want
join.
to-
We want all
be
Arsenal
choose.
fans to be healthy for the NLD, so that you guys see yourselves lose.
Varun आने वाला है, Mohit. You can join.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Varun
I don't see United matches at watch-alongs or in
Yeah.
screenings anymore because मेरे साथ बहुत हादसे हो चुके
हाँ
हैं.
चल
तो
साथ
yeah,
में we'll go
I can
together.
see a neutral match. Yes, I can see a
So
neutral.
guys,
Yeah,
all of you are located in Gujarat, Ahmedabad only. All of you are
Yes,
located.
Ahmedabad.
I
अरे
actually,
अहमदाबाद that say, bro.
bro, I stay in Mumbai, but I'm from Ahmedabad, obviously.
Acha, Ahmedabad. All right, okay.
Ahmedabad. दानिश कहाँ से?
I'm from Pune, guys.
Oh, अच्छा, oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
अच्छा.
So that's why, I mean, so before, actually, you know what? Rajveer was the one who actually introduced me to this group. So I'm really thankful to Rajveer, by the way. Okay. This is off topic. Okay.
Yeah.
And thankful to Rajveer for that. But yeah, I feel that it's like a family to me. I mean,
Oh.
looking at you people and knowing everybody, though all of you are from Ahmedabad, like Gujarat, but I really want to, I mean, I've had my roots in Ahmedabad. I mean, I'm a doctor. Again, off
Oh.
topic. Okay, life path. I mean, you're the love of your life, Rajveer. All right.
Pune is just like Ahmedabad, man, with alcohol.
Yeah.
But the football scene is much better there.
Football scene is way better in
football-
Pune.
Way better.
अरे bro,
Pune is the city that I would retire in. Like I would want to.
bro, उधर का traffic ना is fuck all man. चलो बात बोलो।
तो अहमदाबाद का बहुत अच्छा है यहाँ पर tourist
अहमदाबाद का
destination.
much
भी
better है।
same
Go
ही
to
है।
fucking Pune,
Ahmedabad is
it is
very-
fuck all
वही
traffic.
है। See, the difference between Pune and Ahmedabad traffic is कि अहमदाबाद के ट्रैफिक पे तुम्हें थूक भी मिलेगा, कोई ना कोई तो थूकेगा तुम्हारे ऊपर, तुम्हारी गाड़ी पे तो थूक ही देगा कोई ना कोई। पुणे में एटलीस्ट वो नहीं मिलता।
Yeah. Where do you stay
Okay,
in
guys,
Pune?
let's. I stay
Let's
in
talk about football.
PM side. Yeah, let's get on to the topic.
इसका
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Danish, we were discussing the Aston Villa game. Do you have any views about that?
Well, it was a, 9 on 10 performance. I will say that 1 point less is because of that Odegaard miss, where we could have gone like 3-0 up.
See, Varun,
Oh.
I see the Aston Villa game and the Wolves game as a very solid performances. Because when you talk about Aston Villa, पहला जो mistake था, जो Watkins का open goal था, that was, see, I know you guys disagree to this, but I think when you have both hands on Gabriel, that will be deemed as a foul. Second thing was कि वो जो
Okay.
deflection bar पे लगा, that was very unlucky. Like most of the time, if there's a deflection, it either goes above the crossbar or it goes sideways. Your keeper grab कर लेगा. This exactly hit the spot where Laya was like leaning back और वो post को लगा, वापस Watkins पे ही आया. So we were put into a very difficult situation and we got lucky out of them. Overall, if you watch the performances, how we shaped up, how we defended, they couldn't create a chance from their own. It was our mistakes which got them the chances.
नहीं यार,
उन्होंने
I think
कुछ नहीं
I
किया.
think Rogers had a few good run-ins at I did not say Arsenal played poor in that match. My point was that considering that we are very proud of our defense, there were few chances like that where we got lucky. I am saying as a team that is like so which is basically the defense is the USP of our team. कि भाई हम लोग we are the best defense in
No,
Europe.
Rajiv, I'll tell you. I tell you how we are exposed. If you can see the similarities, I'll tell you what. How Rogers was playing. अगर तू देखेगा तो लास्ट वाला जो चांस एस्टन विला का जो लास्ट चांस था गेम का, जेकब रामसे को वो
Yes.
डिफेंस से मिड पे पास किया एंड रॉजर्स फ्लिक्ड इट एंड जेकब रामसे वाज देयर बट
Yeah, yeah.
इट वाज सेफ.
Saliba.
This is
Yeah.
yeah. And this is the same way Joao Pedro scores against us in Brighton.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the middle, I think when it goes to the middle, I think we are not that great, and we are exposed in that manner.
Yeah.
So if we have figured it out, as far as my knowledge is concerned, I think the
Yeah, so when I brought it up in the group was when I was pointing these defensive errors. मेरा point ये नहीं था बोलने का कि भाई आर्सेनल खराब है ये वो. मेरा था कि भाई these things are very glaring and season
Yeah.
start हुआ है. This is not 36th या
We'll grow
37th
into
game.
it.
Yeah. We can definitely grow into the season where we can fix this. जो भी Partey is looking either he's rusty or he's gone. If he's rusty, so he has time to get back. Season बहुत लंबा पड़ा है. Probably he finds his feet and he's back to his top form. But and plus our like Jay pointed out, we are having this problem where similar chances की तरफ से we are getting opened up. So we can definitely fix these things up because not only Premier League, we have a lot of अपना कैराबाओ का पारा है, एफए का पारा है, चैंपियंस लीग के 8 गेम खेलने हैं यार अपने को. There are so many.
Yeah, I think all our defense looks even better than what we saw last year.
No way. Last year was
I
solid.
You
would
see
like to
that.
disagree with you, Rajveer. I would
You
like
know,
to disagree
what
with
are my reasons for it? David Raya looks very confident, a much better keeper than what he was last year.
Last year
Okay.
I did not like Raya, but this season Raya has been like he looks like that
Yeah.
Golden Glove winner.
See,
हाँ भैया इसको सही मिला था.
second thing I'll mention is Ben White is playing really well. दूसरा कि अपना लेफ्ट बैक जो पोजीशन था that is now sorted. अपना last year we were really weak on that left side. Teams have targeted that side a lot. This year it's very good. Second thing is we have backup for if you look at the backup of our defenses, every player can play in either multiple positions.
What you're talking about is basically we've got
And-
players, but we're talking about the performances.
Yeah,
Performances
about the
के
group
हिसाब से
goals.
भी definitely
Varun, what
not
I'm
better,
trying to
I'm
tell
saying.
you, yeah. So if you watch last year also, we played the same way, and on top of it, we've got Rice and Merino, so which are very good players and press resistance.
But
I
bro,
don't think
what you're talking
होगा
about is कि you're talking about the players that we've got in, and probably you're talking about कि भाई हम लोग अच्छा करेंगे with the
करेंगे
players
yeah
that we
yeah
have. I
yeah
am talking about from the three matches that we saw, we are definitely not defending well like last season. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely वहाँ backups आ गए हैं, left पे हमारे Calafiori हो गया, Timber is fit now. We have Mikel Merino, Rice है, we have got legs है, सब कुछ है. But looking at the three matches, you cannot say कि we are defending better than
See,
what
you
we did
guys,
last
you
season.
guys feel that Aston Villa game के दो जो chances थे, that has shook your confidence. But if you look at the XG, the number of shots teams are taking against us, वो बहुत low है. So we are doing
XG is a
better.
bullshit stat, bro.
It's not a bullshit
It's
stat,
not a
man.
bullshit, but
It shows कि अपने हमारे सामने
bro,
teams shot नहीं ले पा रही है.
Raj,
United has
in
the
the
highest
end,
XG
bro,
in this season.
It also depends on the teams you play. We played Aston Villa 10 men Brighton के सामने. So it also matters. अगर
no, yeah,
if you
like
look at the
I have,
season 5-6 games बाद, you can
bro,
analyze
all
it.
these stats should be like the eye test is number one. Then you use
Yeah.
these stats to back it. When I see the eye test, when I'm watching the match, I'm not looking at oh उसका ये
If
shot पे XG क्या था. I'm not looking. I'm saying कि oh
if
that was a good
someone
shot.
if
ठीक है.
someone just saw stats in the Liverpool game, now we and Liverpool had the same amount of shots on target. Just
Oh, true,
FYI.
true, Mohit. Yeah, absolutely right. So you
So
fucked it up.
So
That's a different case, but then it's true. Let's put it this
so
way.
so
You had a
See,
very
मैं
decent game, but you fucked it up royally.
no, so bro, I am on your side. I'm saying that you
Danish,
can't
what he's
just
trying to say is basically कि if you just look at stats, then अगर मैच नहीं देखा हो तो just stats पे जाओगे तो United and Liverpool
मैं
had similar stats.
वरुण
Shot
मैं
from
जो बोल रहा हूँ ना वो you guys will realize it this in December Jan.
हाँ, so अरे हम लोग तो बोल रहे हैं अच्छा होगा, but if you look at
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
look at
what you're saying is true.
yeah. कि we have to
I
wait
would
till definitely wait till December, but जो अभी glaring mistakes है, I am looking at the performance. I'm not looking at कि मेरा backup ने भी किसको लेके आए हैं, मरीनो फिट हो जाएगा तो क्या करेगा,
Yeah.
कैलेफ्यूरी finally when he finds his feet तो वो कितना अच्छा करेगा, टिम्बर probably is still rusty थोड़ा सा, probably he is fit
He
तो
looks
क्या करेगा.
scary, man.
When I look at the three matches, उसके अंदर definitely we are not playing as well as what we did last year, but it's the
Yeah.
start of the season.
और
No team starts so well.
और अभी भी दो मैच अपने बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. So wait till that phase is over. पहले
Yeah,
5 मैच तो यार बहुत डिफिकल्ट है अपने.
I will be happy with 9 points. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding. I'll be very happy with 9 points. ठीक है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा we are 6 points behind the leaders after 5 games, which is still manageable. I don't want to go back 9-10 points because इसलिए that's why 9 points is good considering
I
the
think we
top
cannot
five.
lose the game against City. That is for sure.
Yeah,
We
if you
don't
draw
have
the
enough
match
strength to lose.
against City, that would be like the best result. I feel.
Yeah,
No,
very
best
difficult.
result is definitely winning,
Haaland,
No,
but
I
I'll
mean
Haaland,
take a draw.
that's a long loss. I mean, I don't know.
no, very very long shot यार. Haaland क्या
No,
form
no, no,
में है
it's
यार.
not. क्या
I think
हुआ
it's
तो
an honest
सलीबा
opinion.
गैब्रियल के
Give
सामने नहीं कर पाएंगे भाई.
an honest answer. Don't go with the flow of you being an Arsenal fan, we being gooners and all that. Give me an
No,
honest answer.
Yeah,
नहीं,
honestly, I think we can match City.
The Danish Raj is the
Come
most
on, guys.
positive Arsenal fan that we have.
No, but how can you?
Jester
यार,
actually Jester join नहीं करता है, नहीं तो Jester जितना positive मैंने आज तक बंदा नहीं देखा है. वो
but
बंदा
Varun, how can you say we're not? We cannot compete with City 1-1. Like
yeah,
we were the
bro,
only
they
team.
are in. They will play.
let's listen to a United fan who's
Yeah. Let's get Mohit. What is your take? Whether Arsenal can compete with City or not?
See, we all have been saying this last season that Rodri is that kryptonite in their team. And the first three games that they fucked teams left, right, and center was without Rodri.
without Rodri.
And Haaland is in terrific form. I don't think you stop that monster now. I hope everyone's captained him in the FPL because
Nah,
there
I
are
have
a
not.
couple of people. So there are a couple of people who
Yeah.
did not.
Look at the team City has played, man. Come on.
They already lost the FPL, by the way, just because they did not have him in the FPL.
Yeah.
No. I'm not that behind.
I mean, साला होगा तेरे पास कैप्टन और क्या
साला है, सोन है, साका है, तुमने कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
I think Tottenham really played shit last game. I think Ange might be the next one after Ten Hag to leave.
No. Spurs don't have
Spurs-
standards, bro.
Spurs fans
They are
love-
not going to.
And
Bro, realistically,
नहीं क्या बात कर रहा है स्पर्स फैन आई हैव बीन लिसनिंग टू Spurs fans and they are very confused about what to feel about Ange Spurs because Ange is वो अपना tactic change ही नहीं कर रहा है so they are not
Indian
fucking sure कि ये क्या कर
Indian
रहा है
you are listening to Indian Spurs fans, are they? I mean,
Indian I am listening to Spurs fans online Indian Spurs fans कौन है मेरे को पता ही नहीं
अरे
Rajveer
दिया
told me
स्पोर्ट्स
about
और
पे
that
एक
है
एबी
तो
आती
क्यों
है
है
दिया
Rajveer,
स्पोर्ट्स पे एक एबी करके एक स्पर्स फैन आती है शी sings high
Yeah.
praises for and she's like I love watching football even though we won't win matches or we won't win any trophy
but
but I love watching Spurs now that's
bro
what
bro,
she
but
says
that
bro
only goes some way. Like, ठीक
वो
है.
yeah
थर्ड ही जाएगा अभी तो
correct
कब तक करेगा पॉच भी अच्छा खिलाता था पॉच यूज्ड
correct
टू हैव वेरी गुड फुटबॉल
correct
पर क्या कब तक यू कैन डू दैट दे ब्रॉट इन होजे एंड दे ब्रॉट इन कॉन्टे सो दैट दे कैन फाइनली विन समथिंग
yeah
ठीक है विद दैट
correct
टेरेबल फुटबॉल एंड देन दे रियलाइज ओके अब जीत भी नहीं रहे और खराब खेल रहे हैं तो व्हेन यू गो फ्रॉम होजे कॉन्टे टू एंज तो अच्छा ही लगेगा
Nee, and just someone like a Hansi Flick, like wherein
yeah
अगर तुम एक मारोगे तो हम दो मारेंगे, but Ange is not Hansi Flick. वो
yeah
अगर और मारने गए तो उसको और पड़ेंगी. So
पड़ेगी
that is the problem with
they
Spurs.
rely on Van de Beek को पीछे से दौड़ के सबको रोक लेगा
अरे Udogie, what a player, man. I
Udogie
think
is
it's
great
Yeah,
Vicario
yeah,
is also
Udogie
great
is a great player.
यार
Romero is
स्पर्स
also great
Even
they got a
Pedro
good
Porro,
defense
Pedro Porro is brilliant. Yeah,
yeah
Pedro Porro has been very good.
स्पर्स के इंडिविजुअली प्लेयर्स बहुत अच्छे हैं
अच्छा है
बट एज
that's
अ
what I'm saying now.
टीम
What will happen is 2 seasons they win nothing, these players will leave.
या
Like they'll
या
be like, अब वो जीतना है, we are definitely
तो
too
यही
big.
दिस इज
उनका
व्हाई आई एम
मिडफील्ड कौन
अफ्रेड
है
फॉर
if
आर्सेनल
anybody
ब्रो
Sar.
Star yeah
There is
he's
one
nice
Sar.
S-
He's pretty good. I think he's very good with his long shots, apparently. Like he just strucks it like a venom.
yeah
I think
Even
Sar is very
Isma,
good.
even the Watford side went to some team, right? I think he went to Crystal Palace, I think, in place of Oli.
Yes.
Interesting. He is also good. He used to be a good player. I don't
He
know
used to be good
anymore.
when he
सोलंकी
was at
इंजर्ड है ना
Watford.
Yeah.
सोलंकी
plays
इंजर्ड
up front for them
Solanke is injured.
फॉर
He did not.
फॉर
Solanke
इवन द आर्सेनल मैच के लिए भी इंजर्ड है
yeah hopefully
I think so.
बिकॉज
he played against us preseason में
आर्सेनल
I
के
guess
सॉरी स्पर्स का अटैक
Solanke is
हैज
not
बीन
a
शिट
problem.
दिस सीजन
yeah
सन इज आउट
they
ऑफ
scored
फॉर्म
4 or 5 no
But Son
recently
wakes up
Son,
every time he plays Arsenal,
yeah
man.
Son
He
is what
wakes
out
up.
of form. Son scored in the last 2 games. कहाँ से out of form बोल
इन
रहे
द
थे
सेंस आई
उसको?
एम सेइंग कि ही इज नॉट
no
एज वो लाइक वो जो सन
Lethal
सन
नहीं
नहीं है ही इज नॉट एज जो तुम थिंक व्हेन
He
यू थिंक
might
अबाउट सन
he might have lost a little bit of pace,
या
but
एग्जैक्टली
again, these kind of derbies is always in your favor. कुछ पता नहीं है. वो लोग सिटी की मारते हैं जब उनके ग्राउंड पे आते हैं सिटी तो
नहीं
पता
आर्सेनल
नहीं.
yeah
लास्ट 2 सीजंस विद यूनाइटेड एंड स्पर्स दीज वर द टू टीम्स जिनके सामने वी यूजुअली ड्रॉप पॉइंट्स बट वी डिड अ डबल अगेंस्ट टीम लास्ट सीजन एंड स्पर्स के सामने वी आई थिंक वी वर वेरी कॉकी
we
इन द
did
फर्स्ट मैच वी वर वेरी कॉकी
yeah
इन द फर्स्ट मैच वी टुक देम वेरी लाइटली एंड आई थिंक सेकेंड
we
मैच
drew
में
that game
फाइनली वी टुक देम सीरियसली वो भी थोड़ा सा लास्ट में डाइसी हो गया था when they scored that goal हाँ
Madison looks in great form no
अरे मेडिसिन स्टार्टिंग में अच्छा ही करता है फिर इंजर्ड हो जाएगा फिर गायब हो जाएगा
वो मेडिसिन उनका जीसस है.
वो आएगा करेगा
Spurs spent so much money did you guys
Wait,
realize
is
that
G, is
170
is
million
Jesus is gonna be fit for anything?
On
not
what?
sure
I don't understand. What did they spend on? Like Solanke है बाकी और किस पे spend किया उन लोगों ने? I don't know.
Let me
so
let me
70
let me
million Solanke पे था
let me open up. What did they spend on?
yeah
Let's check this out. Check this out. क्या है?
First transfer.
okay I've got it Solanke is 65 million Arki Gray
हाँ
करके एक प्लेयर है वो लीड वाला that is they spent 40 million on Arki Gray
I haven't
they
even
spent
heard of the player.
yeah they spent 30 million on Odebert फिर एक प्लेयर है बर्गवाल उसके लिए उन्होंने 10
ये
मिलियन
क्या
स्पेंड किए 10
cheap
मिलियन
copy of
यूरोस
Odegaard? क्या है ये?
yeah
Odegaard.
Odebert yeah
ये क्या लोग पोकेमोन खरीदते हुए आजकल मेरे को समझ नहीं पड़ता है. चेल्सी की
एक
तो
गाय
टीम पूरी पोकेमोन है.
वो
Perisic
क्या है?
went so many players also left
जोक्सी का तो नया नाम भी डाल दिया लोगों ने, स्कोटसी.
क्या?
hmm.
हाँ. Squirtle का squirts sucks.
नहीं, क्या बोलते हैं
अभी
उसका
तो
वो
इनका आया है ना कुछ तो नेटफ्लिक्स, किसका है ये, जोआ फिलिप्स और किसी ने वो बनाया, नेटफ्लिक्स कर दिया उन लोग का।
कौन
नेटो
नेटो
नहीं नहीं
नेटो नेटो
नेटो
नेटो
नेटो
नेटो
नेटो
नेटो
यार,
नेटो
नेटफ्लिक्स, या
या
दैट इज बीन ट्रेंडिंग।
नेटफ्लिक्स या
या
बट यार हम लोग का सो गाइस वी हैव अ प्रिडिक्शन लीग, हम लोग हमारे नेक्स्ट ग्रुप में खेलते हैं। सो लास्ट सीजन चेल्सी सबसे हरामी टीम थी क्योंकि हम लोग सबके पॉइंट सबसे ज्यादा ड्रॉप चेल्सी ने ही कराए थे, और ये सीजन भी कुत्तों ने फिर से स्टार्ट कर दिया है अपनी हरकत।
ये ड्यू टू
सिक्स
पैलेस
हाँ 6-2 जीतने के बाद
ड्रॉ हो गए।
ड्रॉ करे, मतलब यार रेगुलर
वन वन।
और हर बार, और हमने आई थिंक काफी लोगों ने क्रिस्टल पैलेस के सामने दे डिड नॉट प्रिडिक्ट देम टू विन, सो दे वन
या
दैट गॉडडैम मैच एंड देन
बट
अभी सब लोग प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे थे विन एंड देन फकिंग
अरे
ड्रॉ
पर
द।
उसमें वो एजे का चांस क्या बढ़िया था, वो बार पे लगा तो उससे क्या
या
मारा था यार, दैट
Eze
एजे इज
played
अ
good. He
ब्रिलियंट प्लेयर,
scored. Yeah.
ब्रिलियंट ब्रिलियंट।
पर आई थिंक
I don't understand why United didn't get Eze. They were linked with him all summer.
Oh, he was
No,
Even
good.
I
we were
think
linked with him.
Eze. I hope we get Eze or either Xavi Simons to replace Bruno.
Xavi
Hopefully,
तो नहीं आएगा.
तो
I don't
ब्रूनो कहाँ
think.
जा रहा है? ब्रूनो इज सच अ गुड प्लेयर मैन।
couple of years more, but I think we need to replace him. Like हो गया उसका अभी 29 साल का है वो.
क्योंकि
He might
आई
also
थिंक
want to go.
ओनली प्लेयर फ्रॉम यूनाइटेड आई वुड एक्चुअली टेक इन आवर टीम इज ब्रूनो, बिकॉज वो
True.
क्रिएट तो बहुत कुछ करता है, वो लाइक उसका उसका क्रिएटिविटी इज लाइक क्रेजी,
No,
लाइक
so
जो
we have given him a contract because we don't want to let him go for free. But I feel we'll slowly need to replace him. And the way we are hiring, I mean, buying players now, unlike like last 2 seasons जहाँ पर हम लोग 29 साल के बंदे को 5 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दे रहे हैं और कोई वॉश्ड अप
Crazy.
कैसे मेरे
टीम से आ रहा है. हाँ,
That too
so
crazy wages, man.
crazy wages. So now we have
someone brought this up. Okay, people are saying Casemiro is now old. Okay, so he's playing poorly. Casemiro is 32. You know who's 32 and who's king of Old Trafford?
Salah.
Salah. You see,
Yeah.
they don't even
See,
look
it
the same
depends.
age.
Yeah, so I heard someone saying, I think one of these players only that, you never know what that age for you is, and plus what, because every player is different, right? Like
Yeah.
if an African descent player like Kante can still run around more than any player I've seen, like, more than like players in their 20s. So you don't know what kind of players those are. Secondly, the positions that play, it requires this guy like Salah to be more nimble, more agile. So he will not put in that much weight. As in, where Casemiro is, he needs to have some weight. Otherwise, people will bully him on that type
वो
Yeah.
of
तो अभी भी कर
level.
रहे हैं।
तो अभी हुआ है ना यार. फर्स्ट सीजन कैसेमेरो फक्ड ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस. तब तो कुछ नहीं बोला था कोई भी फर्स्ट सीजन में. एंड लाइक लुक एट द टीम अराउंड हिम मैन. सब लोग की
आई
ठुक
थिंक
चुकी है.
फर्स्ट सीजन में
See,
तो
that is the
कैसेमिरो
most
डिडंट इवन
important thing.
प्ले
उसके
अगेंस्ट
आजू
अस।
बाजू players बहुत खराब है. He had
I
Cruz and
mean,
Modric next to him.
he was great in Real Madrid because they had an amazing team. Like,
Yeah.
or like people point out Casemiro's gone to shit, Casemiro's gone to shit. But Casemiro was amazing in the first season because we had Fred with him running around, doing all the
Yeah.
running, and he would close down spaces,
Yeah.
cut out passing lanes. वो कोई नहीं देखता है. Maybe see now people say that Ugarte is here. Ugarte and Kobe Meno will start together. I feel it'll be Casemiro and Ugarte. Kobe Meno, Kobe Meno, he's 18, and this is what all our clubs do to young players. You are doing it to Saka. All right. You've just run him into the ground. Look at Pep. Phil Foden हैट्रिक मारेगा उसको नेक्स्ट गेम में बिठा देगा कि बैठ जा चूतिया तू बहुत ज्यादा उछल रहा है. तो this is what you need to do with young players, man. Like you need to rest them. You can't like run. Look at Barcelona, man. Gavi, Pedri, these guys are getting injured at like ACL injuries हो रही है, ये हो रहा है. अभी उनका एक प्लेयर क्या उसको ACL टेयर हो गया, 18 years का था
and he
बेचारा,
was the
लामा स्लाइड
next
कर गया.
Busquets. He was called the next
हाँ,
Busquets.
and he was playing well also. He was playing really well. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
so Kobe Meno is to be introduced in a team where he's amazing talent. Okay, he can be really
Yeah,
good.
he's a very good player.
But he cannot start every game. He cannot start big games like Liverpool. You need experienced players there. Like Abhi, कैसेमेरो को निकाल के वो चूतिया वहां पर टोबी कॉलियर को लेके आ रहा है, हमारा 18 साल का अकेडमी प्लेयर, एंड दैट इज ऑल ऑन टेन हाग, लाइक यू नो द वे ही सेट्स अप. Don't try and beat Liverpool at their game. They're gonna fuck you up. They are better players. They have
Yeah.
the same team for the last 2 years. You have a new team. Sit back, let them counter. 2 गोल मारने के बाद घंटा वो लोग आगे आएंगे. They are more defensive now. They're not Klopp. Like this is the stupid mistakes that people do. We should not, like साका को तो यार मेरे को लगता है उसको, तुमको बोलना चाहिए भाई तू बैठ पेप्सी पी थोड़े दिन,
तभी लाया
कुछ
स्टर्लिंग
मत
को.
कर. हाँ,
मतलब
like you know,
like हो सकता है probably he does drop him in a few matches with Sterling
He will,
you
playing
need
yeah.
to
starting.
you need to rest him. Don't run him in the ground. Pep
Bro,
is like
I was really hoping that we bring in a striker and then Jesus is moved to the right wing. I was really
Exactly.
hoping this
Same,
season.
man. Same.
क्योंकि Jesus is a very good winger है.
you're trusting a player that Pep did not trust to be his striker.
Yeah.
Zinchenko को उसको striker ने खिलाया था, मतलब.
Problem here, we cannot trust him to be even on the pitch. That is the main issue.
Yeah, no, he's a good player.
I feel that is too much, Rajveer. Why can't you trust
He
him to be on the pitch?
pitch.
He
What?
doesn't.
He is good for
He's
the
never
bench.
available, man. That's what irritates
नहीं,
me.
he means like he
Stop
can be
signing
available
players
or
which are
not.
injury prone, man. That is what irritates me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to sign players जो लोग का injury record है. That
Yeah,
never
yeah.
helps.
By the way, Arteta is now signed 3 players that he's worked with in the past. So don't give Eric Ten Hag bullshit that he only
Bro,
signs
but
players.
This is
So
Arteta's
Yeah.
first job, bro, as
Yeah,
a
wait,
manager.
what is the first
Yeah.
one?
that's all bullshit, यार. Like मैं ये बोल सकता
Come on.
हूँ,
अभी
एक,
ये तो बोलेगा मैं स्टर्लिंग के साथ खेला हूं, तो इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी है कि मैं उसको ला रहा हूँ.
अरे but
He's
he
played
was
with
working
most players.
directly. Like Maresca is a coach who worked under Pep. Arteta
Yeah.
is a coach who worked under Pep. All right. Fucking Ten Hag came from the Eredivisie, the worst fucking league there could be. Or
But
like,
dude, Ten Hag
there's
is
no
like
comparison.
55, 56.
There
He's
is no
been a manager.
comparison.
Yeah.
Arteta is a young manager, man. Come on, cut some
Exactly.
slack, guys.
You
Cut some
cannot
slack
you
towards him.
cannot compare Ten Hag ka experience with Arteta. This is Arteta's first job as a manager. So
Yeah. No, and I
everything's
think the
new to
youngest
him.
manager in the league is some Brighton manager. What's his name? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
He's 31,
he's
younger than
31 or
Villarreal.
32.
Dude,
Like that.
Brighton is the luckiest team there, out there.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
तीनों
True.
games में वो लोग lucky रहे हैं. 2 games में
Bro,
वो
यार
they-
अगर last season Arteta जीत जाता ना तो he would have been the youngest manager to win the league.
Yeah.
Agreed.
After
दो
Jose.
गेम्स में ब्राइटन 10 मैन के सामने खेली है, और एक गेम में ब्राइटन का वो ज़क्सी वाला गोल रूल आउट हुआ. That was just fucking
That was
stupid.
pretty
Like,
unlucky. Anyways, let's
very
move on to the
unlucky.
North London derby. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Mohit,
What do you
like,
guys think?
I think
Mohit,
we
yeah, let's
argued-
first take your take, then we will start bombarding you.
Yeah.
On the North London derby, ऐसा.
Yeah.
What is your take on the North London derby? Then give a very honest answer and very open about. Be open about whatever you feel like about the tactics, about the gameplay, about the manager,
I think
about
you
what
have
the
a
teams
very,
are.
ये
If
तो
you're
कुछ
aware
ज्यादा
of both the teams.
Arsenal तो ठीक है. I mean, I think Arsenal are not favorites in this derby.
Huh?
Banter मत कर सच
Yeah, why?
I'm just kidding. I think your defense is pretty good. I think वो लोग try करेंगे, and it won't be a very open match because you guys aren't open. तुम लोग एकदम narrow रहोगे और you will, like, try and snuff them out. I think there'll be a couple of goals in the game and it'll come from Arsenal. वो लोग बस try करते रहेंगे, उनसे गोल होगा नहीं. एक आधा गोल maybe for Son. But I think it'll
सन
be
मारेगा, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ. सन एक मारेगा.
2-1 होगा. कहाँ पर है? अवे home है तुम्हारा?
Away.
Oh,
Mohit,
okay,
हमारे
okay.
next 2 away games है, City away and Spurs away.
next 3 game away हम देखो एटलांटा भी जाना है भाई.
And on the
Fine,
contrary
Joel.
to that, City 3 game home खेलने वाली है.
तुम
तीनों
लोग
गेम
अटलांटा
उनकी
का स्ट्राइकर ले सकते थे यार, इतना अच्छा
Lookman.
स्ट्राइकर था उनका.
Lookman,
हाँ.
you were trying for him. You were trying for him.
Yeah, he played.
I don't know if you were
Premier League
trying
में
for
खेला
him,
है
bro.
3-4
मेरे को तो
क्लब्स
अब
के
कोई
साथ.
न्यूज़ पे
Nobody
बिलीव ही नहीं करता.
liked him. Yeah.
मेरे को फालतू में
हम
निकालते हैं.
लोग जब ट्रांसफर विंडो डिस्कस कर रहे थे, राजीव बोला आई डोंट नो व्हाई देयर इज अ वर्ड अबाउट ट्रांसफर विंडो. व्हाट इट इज वर्ड.
Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna put.
Amazing.
I'm gonna clip that up and then put that on
Yes,
the.
yes, you should do that.
Okay, let's look back at
I
Rajveer's
still
comments.
तुम्हारा रिकॉर्ड कैसा है वैसे? व्हाट्स द हेड टू हेड देयर लाइक ऑन द ग्राउंड?
We won the last 2. I think. Where did the draw
So
happen?
या सो बेसिकली व्हाट हमारा स्टार्ट वहाँ पे ऐसा था फ्रॉम 2010 से लेके 2018 या 19 तक हमने सिर्फ एक गेम जीती थी वहाँ
Yeah,
पे
yeah,
एंड इन द लास्ट 4 years yes and in the last 4 years this is we won 2 games there
yeah.
and
Okay.
drew one. Yeah,
I think
so
you guys
it's
will
got
win.
better.
You guys will win. It'll be a tough match, but I think 2-1. It's gonna be a very ragged game
Yeah,
because I mean they have like Saka will be against up against Udogi,
No,
right?
good match. Good matchup.
So
Yeah, yeah.
unless like Udogi is like कि मैं अगर उसको instructions दिए हैं कि तू भाई तू आगे भाग तो फिर Saka will like skin him. But if he decides to stay back, I think Saka will have a difficult
even
game.
if he decides to stay back Saka will still get the better of him, but if they double up on him
नहीं,
तो
I
Saka
But
think
के
he
लिए थोड़ा
has
no,
the
no,
difficult
no.
हो
he
जाएगा.
has the
I definitely feel this is a game for Odegaard and Martinelli as far as mine because Martinelli, when it comes to the counter attack, I think is brilliant. Like
Yeah,
you always see, like you look at him when he plays against Liverpool, yeah, he rips Liverpool apart. Like there is one play, like how we talk about Kane always scoring against Arsenal. Martinelli has been always able, like in the last 2 or 3 seasons, he has been always able. He's managing to score always when he comes against people
if
like
you
Trent
if
and the
you
people.
if you guys score the first goal, they will just fucking open up their ass for you. I'm
yeah.
telling you, like they'll like
Yeah,
push forward. But that
ऐसी
first
matches
goal
में
will
first
be
goal is
very,
very crucial. Yeah,
very
yeah.
important because
yep.
what I've heard is Ange, and I've seen also, Ange is very fucking stubborn. He will not learn about this. Like, this is how we play, guys. This is how we play, Aussie cunt. But that is how it is. Like, I think अगर उस तुम लोगों ने पहला गोल मारा तो you will have like 2-3 goals आराम से मेरे को लगता है.
We need पता
Martinelli, पोरो
yeah.
पोरो और ये दोनों बहुत आगे खेलते हैं यार. तो
भाई
अ,
बहुत पोरो तो ऑलमोस्ट बॉक्स में ही घूमता है
हाँ,
ऑपोजिशन
वो दो जिंचेंको है उनके पास. तो तो it'll be like a very open game if like they score. मतलब I think it'll be like a
Yeah.
very tough game. देखो.
वरुण क्या अटक गया है क्या ऐसे 2 सेकंड के लिए
नहीं
इतना
नहीं
इतना तो
नहीं आई एम डूइंग समथिंग तो मैं बोला तुम लोग बात कर रहे हो.
Yeah.
नहीं
I
नहीं
no
think
तुम
but
it's going to be a
I
very I think it's going to be a very close and cagey game.
but
1-0,
I
2-0
think
I'm expecting, not
I
more.
think if we मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इन दोनों गेम में से मुझे मैक्सिमम 4 या 3 पॉइंट ही लग रहे हैं when we are looking at City and Spurs
Yeah,
I
4 या 3.
think yeah or because if you see the statement of Rodri also, Rodri has gone multiple times talking about us drawing against them.
Yeah.
I think Arteta will be having in mind and he will play an open football against City this time, as far as my knowledge is concerned. And he
And
will
that
look
will
for that.
get us.
And
Yeah.
that will get us. And that is going to get us. So
Yeah.
I'm not too optimistic about our match against City. Spurs, I'm not worried about, to be very honest. I think Spurs, we will, uh, uh, Odegaard will manage to open up Spurs as far as my knowledge is concerned. And Martinelli is going to
See,
fuck
I
them.
was very confident about this Spurs game, but then Rice injury makes me a little bit, we need to be cautious. Because राइस का वो मूवमेंट इफ यू डोंट लुक इट टीवी पे इतना नहीं दिखता है राइस कितना ग्राउंड
नहीं नहीं
कवर
नहीं
करता है.
no, no,
So उसका इन्फ्लुएंस इतना है कि इवन इफ यू नॉट वाचिंग द टीवी ही बी मूविंग अराउंड एंड मार्किंग प्लेयर्स.
definitely.
ही वोंट इवन गेट allow the players to get the pass through to them. So that वो टीवी पे दिखता ही नहीं है कि if you're blocking a pass. So वो मूवमेंट जो है राइस का that is going to be a big
Forget
miss.
this forget blocking the pass. I think the way he drives the ball forward also is very
Yeah.
very amazing. Like he at least manages to cut. Partey is not one of those who will just dribble past two,
Yeah.
three people. I think Zinchenko is one of those who can do it still. But
Even
Zinchenko,
Trossard has played at that position. Maybe he could be
no,
tried.
I'll tell you what Trossard doesn't track back well. Trossard is a
Yeah.
liability when it comes to defense. It's a big liability. And if we are starting a match, I don't think Trossard should start ahead of Martinelli in this game at least, as far as my knowledge is. Let's see what happens. But I feel that City has already, like Rodri has already played with the mind of Arteta. He has already got into the head of Arteta. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा
Let's see.
है क्या हो गया सब इतना सन्नाटा क्यों हो गया guys?
आई एम रियली सॉरी आई हैड सम वर्क टू डू. Yeah.
I think we'll sign someone in January. That's what my gut says. Don't clip me on that.
I'm gonna save this again.
I
Sorry
am
guys, I was
definitely going. I am definitely going to do that.
Anyways, so guys, I think we should just wrap this up now. We'll talk about the Spurs versus Arsenal game when the game is up. We'll definitely love to have Jay and Danish again, and we'll definitely have the Spurs review Spurs because that's going to be the big game that week. So we'll have a special preview for that game. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.